Probably the best way to introduce the work that's going to be at the Walter Art Gallery is, the title of the show is Assemblages, and it's kind of a meeting of two different mediums that I'm working in these days. One which is found object constructions, which are actually timepieces, and the other a series of bird portraits, which are titled Rare Birds. The timepieces are titled Archangels, and what the commonality between the two, Rare Birds and Archangels, is they both represent a kind of messenger. So both the archangels and the birds are winged. So I think there's a commonality there, which is interesting in terms of putting this show together. It's very hard for me to pinpoint and isolate where it all started. I think in all my artwork throughout the years, I have trusted my intuition, I've trusted process. In terms of like found objects, it's like that process is really interesting. It sounds grandiose, but it's a little meditative in the sense that I have a starting point, but I have no clue what the product will ultimately become or what the finished piece will look like. And I love that part of the process. And I think it's sort of similar to the birds, Rare Birds, in the sense that I kind of isolate different formal research about birds. Less anatomical, it's the feather palettes, and then I start. I start sometimes with a collage, I sometimes start with a drawing on the paintings, that is, and just push on from there. It's the combination, which by and large, in terms of going back to assemblage, the combination of the bits and pieces that actually inform a finished piece. It's interesting because the two, both Rare Birds and the Archangels, very different palettes. Archangels really was motivated by a study of funeral corteges in the 19th century. The paintings want to establish sort of a visual relationship between the viewer and the rare bird, because I think like when you meet people for the first time, it's like you get a sensibility of like good, bad, friendly, not. There's really immediate attributes that you pick up, and I'm hoping that the Rare Bird paintings initiate a relationship with the viewer. They all have personalities. There's no question about it in terms of the Rare Bird paintings. They want to evoke an emotion. I'm not sure that there's an intent to communicate a particular message. I think there's potentially an immediate intellectual connection, which hopefully shifts into more of a spiritual recognition on these beings, these assembled species. I think in both Rare Birds and Archangels, it's very similar. They both want to be related to formalizing an identity. I've been doing artwork my whole life, but this is the first time that I have sort of opened it up to the world. And, at my age, to be emerging, it sounds kind of goofy, but I've kind of figured out the fact that I'm really not an emerging artist. I always have been an artist, that is. But this is the first time that I haven't had the distraction of a commercial career in the way, and functioning as a distraction. So the last 2 years I've really focused on what I have to say as an artist. We, as humans, should be able to identify very well with the whole idea of assemblages, because we are distinctly, through our lives, evolving assemblages of our experiences, of the environments that we inhabit or visit. It's bits and pieces that identify us.